Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's practice is a full spectrum flow, vinyasa flow, to build strength as well as flexibility when you have a little bit more time. So I hope you enjoy, yogis. Thank you for joining. Namaste. And starting your practice on your back today, we're going to hug the knees in toward your chest, lying in a straight line. And then just place your feet down on the floor, walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and knock the knees in toward each other. Rest your hands on your body or by your side and gently close down the eyes. Shuffle around so you're comfortable. Your upper back smooth, your tailbone lengthening toward your heel. So if you need to pick up your buttocks and place it back down, so you just minimise that arch in the low back spine. Keeping a hollow in the back of your neck with your chin lightly in toward your chest. And sealing the lips. And starting to connect with your natural spontaneous breath, breathing in and out through the nostrils. And for the first few rounds of breath, exaggerating your out breath, just as a way of clearing out and resetting, allowing your body to relax into the support of the mat, softening into the low back spine. And making a bit of space between whatever you were doing before you rolled out your mat and this moment right now, so you can be completely present. Begin to breathe a little deeper, drawing the air into the full circumference of your lungs. Full breath in and out. And taking one more deep breath in and out. And then go ahead, walk your feet together and hug the knees back in toward your chest. We'll start with an easy spinal twist, taking your arms out wide to the side into a T. And let your knees fold over to your right side and shift your hips back a little to the left, so your spine stays in one straight line. You might need to pick up your head and place it back down so the neck follows the line of your spine. And then taking your gaze out over your left fingertips and taking a few deep breaths here into the left side of your rib cage, letting your legs feel heavy. And one more deep breath in. As you exhale, firm your belly and bring the knees back up. And taking your twist over to the opposite side, knees to the left, hips adjusting a little to the right. Relaxing your shoulder blades down your spine, smoothing out through your upper back and spinning the gaze out over your right fingertips. Exaggerating your breath into the right side of your rib cage. Hips and legs heavy. One more deep breath in and out. And as you feel yourself breathe out, firm the belly and bring the knees back up. Knees in toward your chest, raise your head and your heart, so you're just resting on the low part of your shoulder blades. And as you breathe in, send your legs away and your arms out wide to the side. And as you breathe out, knees in toward the chest, hug in. Inhale, extending. Exhale, squeezing in. Warming up the low back spine, the legs, your abdominal muscles, the center of your body. And just stay with that sequence a few more rounds. Legs a little higher if you need to take the heat off the low back spine. Legs lower and arms overhead if you'd like to challenge your core muscles. And taking one more. Drawing the knees in toward your chest. And placing your feet down on the floor. Feet hips distance apart, big toes pigeon-toed, your heels lightly spiraling out, arms alongside your body. And as you breathe in, take your arms overhead, let your spine arch, and as you breathe out, hands alongside your body and flatten out through the low back spine, tilting through the pelvis. Inhale, lift the hips, pushing down into all four corners of your feet and keeping your thighs parallel there, as if you're squeezing a block between your thighs, and expand through the front of your chest all the way up to your collarbones. Taking one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, peel down through your spine all the way down to your tailbone, and then re-hug the knees in toward your chest. And then from here, cross your ankles, catch a hold of your feet, and take a rock back through your spine. Little momentum, roll all the way up, step over your feet and place yourself on the mat in tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And we'll flow through a couple of rounds of cat and cow, warming up the shoulders, the wrists, and the front and back of your spine. As you breathe in, arch your spine, raise your tailbone, your gaze, and as you breathe out, press into your hands, round the spine, hug in and up through the belly, and then moving with your breath, rhythmic and smooth. And you can go at the pace of your slowest breath here, just to really feel into your body. Notice how you feel in the low back, the middle of your back and your upper back. Taking back all the feedback from your body. So as you move through your practice, you can move in a way that's comfortable for you, nurturing any places in your body that might feel congested, stiff or sore. One more round each way here. And as you feel yourself breathe out, taking your buttocks back toward your heels and resting in child's pose. Extend your arms forward and spread all your fingers. Make full contact with the mat with your hands. And as you press down into the mat with your hands, reach your tailbone back toward your heels. So you feel length through the sides of your waist, through your armpits, through the reach of your arms. Relax across the back of your shoulders. And let your belly soften between your thighs. And taking two more deep, smooth breaths. On your next breath in, gazing forward between the hands. And as you breathe out, raise the knees, lift your sit bones, make your way into downward facing dog. Keep a bend in the knees there, so your shins are almost parallel with the floor, elongating your spine. Sway your hips left to right. And then go ahead, pedal out through your heels. And try and move at a slow pace, so you keep that unhurried pace to your breath. The feeling that you're not rushing. You're connecting with your breath. Conscious of the shape of your body. Next breath in, gazing forward between your hands. Bend the knees and walk yourself forward to the top edge of the mat. Take an easy forward fold here, your feet hip width apart. A slight bend in your knees and fold forward, catch opposite elbows, let your head drop. Let your torso hang heavy. And if it feels good, sway around through the soles of your feet. So you're really spreading out through the soles of your feet, making full contact with the mat. And release your hands to the floor, hang in ragdoll, your arms floppy. And on a slow, long in-breath, unwind the spine, coming all the way up to stand, circling your arms up and overhead. Send the gaze up, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Toe heel your feet together, come to stand right at the top of your mat. Surya Namaskar C to warm up the hip flexors, your low back spine, and engage your core. As you inhale, raise your arms up overhead. And as you breathe out, fold forward, hinging from your hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming up halfway, first round, hands to the shins, flat back, straight legs. And as you exhale, take your fingertips to the floor, step your right foot back, right knee to the floor. As you breathe in, reach your arms skyward. As you breathe out, stay here, let the hips sink forward. Inhale, reach up long to the edge of your fingers. And as you breathe out, take the hands to the floor, stepping back, high push-up. Pause here, staying on the balls of your toes. Engage your thighs, your low belly, drawing your front ribs in. And then round a little into your upper back. Make as much space between the floor and your chest, pushing into the hands, spreading all your fingers. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, rock forward onto the tips of the toes, drop the knees, your chest, and your chin to the floor. Inhale, low baby cobra. And as you exhale, firm your belly, roll back on your knees, downward facing dog. Deep breath in when you arrive. Slow breath out. One more like that, inhaling deeply. Exhaling slowly. Bring your toes together at the back of the mat. Reach your right leg up and back as you breathe in. And step your right foot forward in between your hands as you breathe out. Your left knee to the floor now. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, stay here, let the hips sink forward. Inhale, reach a little taller through your upper body. As you exhale, hands to the floor, stepping forward, top edge of your mat. Breathing in, come up halfway, maybe fingertips to the floor now or hands to the shins. Exhale and refold, softening the knees, dropping your head. Inhale, rise to stand, stretch tall. Exhale, your hands to your heart. We'll do one more round, one movement, one breath. Inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, gazing forward. Exhale, step your left foot back, left knee to the floor. Inhale, raise the arms up, one breath here. Exhale, hands to the floor, frame your front foot, step back, plank pose. Keep the gaze forward. As you exhale, lower your knees, your chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, a mild arch through your spine. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Toes together here at the back of the mat, left leg rising as you breathe in. Step your left foot forward as you breathe out. Right knee to the floor, arms rise as you breathe in, and when you feel steady, exhale, fingertips to the floor, step yourself forward, top edge of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to stand, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to your heart. Your next breath in, bend your knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Stay here as you exhale, drop your hips. Breathe in, reach long through your arms. And as you exhale, torso forward, arms back. Inhale, drop your seat, reach your arms, chair pose. Exhale, flow, arms back, torso forward. Staying with your breath. Inhale, reach your arms. And as you exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, coming up halfway. As you exhale, step your right foot back, take a long stride, warrior one. Turning your right foot out 45 degrees and reaching your arms overhead when you steady. And feeling for comfort in your low back spine. You might need to move your left foot over into the left lane a little bit more. Sharpen your back leg so it feels straight and strong. And then when you're steady, allow your hips to sink down a little further and reach up a little longer through your upper body. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, wind your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Staying upright, breathe in, puff your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. And as you breathe out, fold forward really slow, keeping a long unwrinkled feeling to the front of your chest, and just hover there over your front thigh. Crown of the head drawing forward, your fists drawing back, lower belly hugging up and away from your front thigh. Recheck your back leg, making sure it is strong and straight. You're engaging your quad muscles. And then if it is in your range of motion, you can fold forward a little deeper, dropping your head toward the front arch of your front foot. Arms can float away from your back in your comfortable range of motion. So stay easy in your body, breathe smooth. Next breath in, release your arms, reach your arms up, warrior one. And then straighten both legs, float the arms open to a T, setting up for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Left toes point forward, your right toes turn in, and if you'd like to here, you can shorten your stance, particularly if you tighten your hamstrings. Reach out over your front leg as far as you can, extending through the left side of your waist, left hand down to the shin, your foot or the floor, right hand extending skywards. Stacking your right shoulder over the left shoulder, expanding across your chest through the leverage of your arms. Fire up your leg muscles and push actively down through your feet. And very subtly soften the right side of your rib cage down so you feel length through the left side of your waist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, send the right arm overhead. Find a lateral stretch through the right side of your body. Then take the gaze down, your hands down, and step back through a vinyasa, high push-up. Rock forward, chest forward through the thighs, low push-up. Modify if you like here, knees, chest, chin. A low arch through your spine. And as you breathe out, downward facing dog. 5 to 8 breaths here. Feet hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart, spreading all your fingers. Then closing up the air pockets underneath your hands so the knuckles of all your fingers are pressing into the mat. And this will take the heat out of your wrists. You push the floor away, lengthen through your arms, and your upper arms spiral outwards so your armpits turn toward the floor. Drawing your weight back, chest toward your thighs, heels descending heavy toward the floor. Now take a deep breath in, look forward between the hands. And as you exhale, bend your knees, walk or lightly hop to the top edge of the mat. Bring your toes together so you land lightly. Half lift when you breathe as you arrive. And as you exhale, fold forward over the legs. Back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, reach your arms. Stay here as you exhale. So firm your belly here so you're not ducktailing through your low back spine. Next breath in, reach up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, float the arms back, your torso forward. Weight stays in your heels. Inhale, reach the arms, chair pose. Exhale, float the arms back, your torso forward. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming up halfway, look forward. And as you exhale, step your left foot back and find Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. A long stride between your legs, right foot can shift over into the right lane. Arms up alongside your ears. If you've got tighter shoulders there, take your hands a little wider away from one another. Allow your shoulder blades to slide down your spine, your shoulders to relax. Breathe deep. Building your stamina, your endurance in these standing poses, strengthening, toning your ankles, your leg muscles, and strengthening your lungs. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, hands behind the back, interweave the fingers. Big breath in, open the chest, and as you breathe out, fold forward and just come down halfway. So you can feel your belly, your abdominal muscles engaged, the crown of your head reaching forward. You're elongating your spine, drawing your shoulder blades in toward each other so your shoulder heads lift up away from the mat. Fold forward any amount here or stay right where you are. Your head can drop toward your front foot on the inside. And do hug your right hip in toward the midline of your mat. Pause here. You can feel the strength of your legs supporting you. Stretching the shoulders. Pushing down through your front foot. Inhale, come back to warrior one just for a beat. Reach up, stretch up, fill up with your breath. And as you exhale, arms out wide to a T and straighten both legs. Take another deep breath in, reach out over your front leg. And as you breathe out, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Extend long through the right arm to the edges of your fingers. Sides of the waist, extending your legs strong and straight without locking your knees back there. Engaging through your quad muscles and pushing actively down through your feet. Slowly extend your right arm overhead, reach out. Diagonal line from the edge of your fingers to the outer right edge of your foot. Eyes down, hands down, land. Step back through a vinyasa, high push-up. Low push-up. Not rushing. Inhale, upward dog or cobra here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe deep, 5 to 8 breaths. You can take your knees to the floor here, buttocks to the heels if you need to do less. Reconnecting with your breath. And closing your eyes. Be still. Taking your toes together at the back of the mat. Keeping your hips in line, raise your right leg up and back. As you breathe out, step your right foot forward in between your hands, coming into warrior two. Open the arms out wide to a T. Extend your tailbone down toward the floor as you lunge deep through the right thigh. And then feel for a vertical spine. Sometimes it's easy to lean forward or lean too far back and put a spine on an angle. Put your spine on an angle. So you're aiming to line your shoulders over your hips, your wrist creases over your ankles. Gaze is steady out over your right middle finger. Then check in with your breath, smooth and steady, easy and full. Your next breath in, reverse your warrior, left hand down, right arm up. And as you breathe out, windmill both hands to the floor. Keep your left hand down, come into a simple twist, right hand to the sky, popping up onto your back toes, back thigh lifting up in space. And as you exhale, both hands to the floor. Walk yourself a quarter turn to your left, coming into spread leg forward fold. Turn your heels out and your toes in. Fingertips underneath the shoulders. Take a big breath in, come up halfway. And as you exhale, fold between your legs. And starting with your foundation, your feet. Make sure that your weight is not all in your heels. Level out so you have equilibrium through the soles of your feet, heels to the toes. Allow your spine to relax, your face to soften. Firm the front of your thighs by engaging the quads. Let your belly hollow in and up toward the back of your spine. On your next breath in, come up halfway to a flat back, straight legs. And as you exhale, walk around to your right foot and shift your right foot over to the right. Coming into lizard, left knee down to the floor. Hands on the inside of your right foot. And then just check in, your right knee over your ankle, not forward. And diagonal line, left hip to your left knee. Option here to take your forearms to the floor if that's accessible for you. Try not to round through your spine too much. So you're extending through your spine, extending through your left hip flexor and your inner right groin and thigh. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, stand back on your hands, reframe your front foot, right foot back to the midline of your mat, and stepping forward to the top edge of the mat. Bring your toes together, inhale coming up halfway, exhale fold over your legs, bend your knees, come into chair pose, press your palms, exhale hands to your heart. And then from here, we'll take a twist, an easy twist, taking your right forearm in front of your shins. So sink down nice and low in your buttocks. Weight is in your heels here. And then take your left hand to the small of your back. And then start to spiral, revolve to your left. So your left shoulder comes and balances over your right shoulder. Your collarbones are wide. And your knees stay in line. Option here to take your left hand toward the sky, or just keep it at the small of your back. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale back to chair pose, breathe in. Exhale and fold, let it go, breathe out. Inhale coming up halfway, looking forward, back of your neck nice and long. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. And lowering through a vinyasa. A back bend of your choice, breathing in, filling up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side coming up, no rush. Keep your unhurried breath with you. Left leg rising as you breathe in. Step your left foot forward in between your hands, warrior 2, breathe out. Inhale coming up, arms out wide to a T. Exhale, lunge deep through your front thigh so it works toward a right angle. Make sure you can still see your toes over the front ledge of your front knee. Your right leg feels straight. You feel like you're extending and expanding your inner groins, your thighs toward your knees. And settle in. See if you can get a little easier in the shape that you've just made. Standing poses are very good for invigorating the body, strengthening and toning your legs, and building stamina. Next breath in, reverse your warrior, reach up and back with your left hand. And as you exhale, windmill both hands to the floor. Keep your right hand down, left hand to the sky for a twist. Simple twist, you're on the balls of your back toes. And pulse the hips down, so you get a nice deep lunge. One more deep breath in. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Walk yourself a quarter turn around to your right. Spread your feet nice and wide, your heels out, your toes in, hands are under the shoulders. As you breathe in, come up halfway. And as you breathe out, fold in between your legs. Any amount here, so try not to round your spine. If you need to put a little micro bend in the knees, Do that. Stay even and steady through the soles of your feet. Allow your spine to cascade down. Your head's hanging heavy. Your eyes are closed. Inhale, coming up halfway, your hands to the floor. And as you exhale, walk around to your left foot. And left foot shifts over into the left lane for lizard pose, right knee to the floor. Either staying on your hands or coming down onto your forearms. But concentrate on extending through your spine so you feel long and unwrinkled through the front of your chest. Collarbones are wide, your shoulder blades are in and squeezing toward the midline of your back. And also just making sure you're comfortable in your hips here as well, your knee. Taking one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, reframe your front foot, step forward lightly to the top edge of the mat, landing your toes together, a half lift when you arrive. And then fold in half, let go. Chair pose as you breathe in, reach your arms, press your palms. And as you breathe out, hands to your heart center. Taking your left forearm in front of your shins now, your right hand to the small of your back. Coming into a twist. So with the hand on the small of your back, see if you can lengthen your tailbone away from you. So you fill out through your low back spine as you twist. So you're keeping your pelvis stable and steady as you revolve. Right shoulder rolls back, stacking over the left shoulder. Right hand can reach to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Stick with a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, step back, plank pose, top of your push-up. Exhale, lower through a vinyasa, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog, resting here. And find balance and equal effort through your arms and your legs. And shore up your hands, pressing them down into the mat actively, reaching your heels down toward the mat. And taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. Bending the knees deeply and walking your hands back to your feet here at the back of the mat. Keep a bend in the knees and take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and gently fold forward over the legs. Big deep bend in the knees there. Releasing your hands to the floor, just hang in ragdoll, let your arms hang heavy and let the warmth travel down your arms to the edge of your fingers. And then walking yourself back out to downward facing dog, last downward dog for the class. Taking 2 more deep breaths in and out here. Lower your knees to the floor, take your buttocks to your heels and wind your hands back toward your heels, child's pose, Balasana. Closing your eyes, letting go of your effort in your shoulders, your spine, relaxing your belly. really slowly peel up and come to kneel. So if this is uncomfortable for you to flex so deeply in the knees, just take your legs around in front of you and cross your legs comfortably in front of you. And take your arms out wide to the side. We'll take eagle arms, your right arm on top, your left arm under, and here you can either catch opposite shoulders or wind your arms into prayer. Raise the elbows and draw your forearms forward. So you're widening through your upper back. Gaze falls steady to where your elbows cross. Next breath in, release your arms, circle them overhead, press your palms, and then take the arms out wide, opposite arms, left arm on top, your right arm under. And the intention, the energy behind this pose is really just to stretch out through your upper back. So if you are catching opposite shoulders, you're still rounding through your upper back. Deep breath in, release, send the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, take your hands to the floor and come into tabletop position. Set your left knee to the midline of the mat and reach your right leg out behind you. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, roll your right knee in toward your chest and round your spine, pressing into your hands. Inhale, reach back. And exhale, curl in. Keep your breath steady. Inhale, reach back and hold it here. Turn your toes toward the floor, so your toes are flexed. And then when you're steady, reach your left arm forward and come to balance. And this posture is great for your posture. It works the muscles either side of the spine. Draw your front ribs in, your abdominals in, so you're nice and firm in your core. One more deep breath in. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Hug your right knee in toward your chest and thread it in front of your left knee. So you come to sit with your legs crossed in cow legs. And if this is too uncomfortable for you, do extend your left leg out straight with your right leg on top. And once you're comfortable, the soles of your feet are pressing or looking back to the back edge of the room, toes are flexed, reach your arms overhead, and then bend your left elbow and take your left hand, swim it down in between your shoulder blades, right hand to the top of your left elbow. So you're just taking a shoulder stretch, tricep stretch now, as well as getting into the outer hips, the IT band. Allow your weight to sink down into your hips so your legs relax, one on top of the other. Right hand can shift behind you and you can catch hands behind your back if that's accessible for you. Keep your head upright, your spine tall. And then gently unravel. And we're going to unwind all the way back onto all fours, both hands to the floor. And step that right knee back to the midline of your mat. Right knee's underneath your hip, your left leg extends out straight behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee in toward your nose, round your spine. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach back, level out through your hips, firm your belly. And balance here, extending your right arm forward alongside your ear. Reaching forward through your fingertips, back through your back heel, low belly firm. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale your right hand to the floor, left knee in toward your chest, and thread the left leg in front of the right knee and come to sit. And here your right leg could go out straight if you feel too twisted up. Soles of the feet press behind you, legs hug together. Reach the arms up overhead. And then bend your right elbow, swim your right hand down in between your shoulder blades. Left hand to the top of the right elbow. So stretching out through your triceps, the back of your arms. A complementary pose to all the push-ups that we do in class. And here, if it's accessible for you, you can take your hand behind you and catch hands behind you. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Concentrate on lifting tall through your spine, pressing into your sit bones, and then relaxing your legs down as you breathe out. One more deep breath in. And exhale, unravel. Both hands to the floor, coming back to tabletop. Unravel yourself. And then set your buttocks down on your heels and shift your knees nice and wide so you come into frog pose here. Knees wide, toes touch. Left hand to the midline of your mat now, and go ahead, thread your right arm underneath the left arm and come into a spinal twist. Your right ear on the shoulder, right ear on the mat there. Extending away with your right fingertips. Taking one more deep breath in and out. And as you breathe in, come back onto your hands, left hand to the midline of your mat. Right hand to the midline of your mat, and thread your left arm underneath the right arm. And take your twist down onto the left cheek, onto the left shoulder. Reach away with your left fingertips. And through the press of your right hand, lean your buttocks back toward your heels. Just winding down now, smoothing out the rhythm of your breath. So important at the end of your practice to calm your nervous system. Take time to slow the breath. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Please make your way onto your backs now. And you can grab an extra layer if you like, if your body is cooling down in your room. And when you arrive, just hug the knees in toward your chest. Gentle rock side to side. And step the left foot to the mat now and take your right ankle to the top of your left knee for a hip groin stretch, reclined pigeon pose. And from here, lacing your fingers behind the back of your left knee, drawing your left knee toward you and encouraging your right knee out to the side. Your right toes are flexed here just to keep the knee safe. You can rest your head back and relax your shoulders. And just starting to breathe out a little longer than your in-breath, just as a way of clearing out, prompting the nervous system to calm. Placing your left foot on the floor, releasing, right foot to the floor and reset, opposite side, left ankle, top of your right knee. And making your way into reclined pigeon. You should feel that stretch through the outer left buttocks here and the inner left thigh. No pressure in the knee, making sure you flex the toes of your left foot. Relaxing your jaw and your mouth, and just take a couple more breaths here. And release. Hug the knees back in toward your chest. And slip the hands behind the back of your knees. You're going to take 3 rock and rolls to come all the way up to sit and into a forward fold. So using a little bit of momentum, rolling the entire length of your spine, rocking and rolling all the way up, and extend both legs out straight. So if you do have tighter hamstrings here, take your feet hip width apart here, so give yourself a little bit more space. The other option is to bend the knees a little. So balanced on both your sit bones, reach your arms up alongside your ears so you find length in your upper body. And as you breathe out, fold forward any amount. Try and avoid rounding through your spine. So you're trying to keep that feeling of extension through the front of your spine, your low belly hugging in. Your in-breath lifts you and expands you, and your out-breath folds you. Closing your eyes, folding in, moving your body toward relaxation, letting go. And taking 2 more deep breaths in and out. And slowly peel up. And either sitting here for meditation to complete your practice, or resting back on your back, coming into shavasana, corpse pose. Shifting your feet out to the corner edges of your mat. Laying your hands alongside your body, palms face up. And next few moments, just feel the imprint of your body on the mat. Make any subtle adjustments you might need to bring symmetry to your body as you rest. So your hips feel level, as do your buttocks. And notice your shoulders. Sense how balanced they are. And noticing if your arms are falling evenly away from your body, as well as your legs. Feel comfortable through the back of your neck, maintaining a little hollow. Your chin parallel with your feet. And then give yourself a big sigh, a long exhale, and let go. Closing your eyes and taking your focus toward your third eye, space between the eyebrows and in toward the center of your head. Breathe calm and peacefully through the nostrils, no effort with your breath. Let a feeling of relaxation travel down into your neck and your shoulders, letting go of any squeezing in the arm muscles, relaxing your palms, letting your fingers curl in toward the palms. Noticing now your breath, slowing, relaxing as your physical body relaxes. letting your belly rise and fall with your breath, letting go of your effort. And let that feeling of relaxation travel into your hips, your buttocks, your pelvis. Letting go of any gripping. Feeling of relaxation traveling all the way down into your heels. Your heels heavy. Soles of the feet soft and relaxed. Maintaining that total body awareness now as you rest and let go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just simply connecting with your body in this deep state of relaxation. Getting familiar with that feeling that you've just created here at the end of your practice. And resting here any amount that you have. And I hope you enjoyed practice today. Thanks for joining. Namaste, yogis.